Hey, how's it going, VC? This is Antoine, and I'm back. And this is just going to be what I picked up yesterday at my record store that I went to yesterday. Man, they had some pretty good stuff there. I would have picked up more, but I was like, you know what? Let me, slow down. I'll come back, in a couple of days or maybe next, weekend, and pick up some more stuff, that I seen, and also some stuff I remember that, I wanted to pick up also. But in the meantime, I'm just going to show you, what I picked up yesterday. Sorry about the lighting. Look, well, for my phone, it looks like it's a little dark, just a little, but I'm pretty sure it's okay. So, and what I picked up yesterday, and I've been looking for this particular album from Luther Vandross, and this is Never Too Much from Luther. Get the little right there, Mr. Luther Vandross. Cool. This is a nice finding right here. So I was glad I was able to get this. It got Never Too Much. Don't You Know That? That's one of my favorite songs from Luther Vandross. I got a lot of, songs that I like of him, but that's like one of my favorites. Don't You Know That? What else is on here? A House Is Not a Home. That is a nice jam from Luther Vandross. I remember that as a kid, always hearing that song on the radio, family always playing it. So that was a nice pickup right there. Luther. Okay, the next one I picked up, and I've been wanting this one too. I have her sophomore album, and this is her debut album. And this right here is Sheila E, The Glamorous Life. Yes, Mrs. Sheila E. And I used to have a crush on this lady when I was a kid. I thought she was just so fine. I used to see the videos and stuff of her playing the drums. Nice. She still look good too, And this is The Glamorous Life. This is the only song I know off this debut album is The Glamorous Life. And, off her sophomore album that I also got was, what was the song? Love Bazaar. And that was another one of my favorites from Sheila E. So that's Sheila E, The Glamorous Life. Okay, and the next one I got, and I just stumbled upon this one when I was, looking through, digging through, see what they had. And that is Evelyn, Champagne King. Yep, finally got one of her albums. And this here got 2 songs that I remember. And I got to fix the jacket. The jacket is kind of ripped at the bottom, as you can see. So, but the vinyl is nice. When I took the vinyl out, it looked like whoever had this, when they first purchased this, they played it maybe one time or not even that, because it just looks perfect. Not a scratch, a mark, or anything. I don't know if you can tell, but yeah, like no scratches or nothing. All it had on it was like little dust, little lint, So I brought it home, cleaned it up, and it just looked mint condition. I'm like, wow. But, the jacket itself and the sleeve inside is, can do a little work. So I got to find to glue this back, so the record won't, come out. But yeah, Evelyn, Champagne King. What I remember on this was Love Come Down. That's a jam. I already played that song like 3 times already. And I just got to finish listening to it before I decided, let me go ahead and make a video, for the VC. So Love Come Down, and I Bet You She Don't Love You. I remember that song from Evelyn. So this was a nice find right here. That was a nice find. The next one I picked up, and I knew I had to get this. I went over there looking, and I was going to pick up one more from this artist, and I was like, you know what? That's enough. Let I come back and get them, because they had a couple of copies. Like they had about 3 or 4 copies. So I was like, I'll come back and get the other one. And who I picked up is Prince. Yep. Told you I was going to get some more Prince. And this is Prince, Around the World in a Day. That's the name of the album. You know, he always got them weird looking album covers and stuff like that, you know. So, it's also a gatefold, so you get to open it up and, you know, get to check it out inside. So that's pretty cool. Prince. And was he with the Revolution on this? I guess he was still with the Revolution on this, but yeah, this is cool. What I remember on here was Pop Life. That was a good song. And my favorite song off this was Raspberry Beret. I love that song by Prince off this album. Raspberry Beret. That's my song off this album. So it was just, you know, namely 2 songs that I actually liked off this album. So I'm a big Prince fan, so, you know, I had to get it. The next one I got, and this is just a single, so I went over into the singles just to see what he had, you know, looking for a little rap, you know, and I stumbled across DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, but this is just a 12-inch single, and this is A Nightmare on My Street. So this is the song they did about Freddy Krueger on their album Parents Just Don't Understand. And they used to play this on the radio. Not as much as Parents Don't Understand, but they used to play this on the radio, and this was good. So I seen this, I was like, I got to get this. Got to get this. And the vinyl is, like I said, mint condition. Like, no scratches, scars, or nothing. Just excellent. So I haven't listened to it yet, but I will, because this was one of my favorite songs by DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Okay, the next one I got, and I got a couple of them that did not have the album covers to it, so I had to get, you know, blank sleeves, you know, blank, generic, as you can call it, generic or plain, you know, album covers. And what I have in this album cover, because it didn't come with one, but luckily the vinyl itself was in good condition. And this is Chic, the best of, what, no, Chic Greatest Hits. Yes, this is the greatest hits of Chic. Now I have one of Chic albums that I showed in, you know, one of my early videos. But yeah, this is Chic Greatest Hits. And all the songs on here, I remember. Even some that when I was reading, I was like, I don't remember that song, I don't remember that song. But when I played it, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember all these songs on this. Like every last song on here. And you looking at, what, 7 songs, and I know them all. And 2 of them, I didn't even know that Chic actually made it. So that was a plus. So on here you have Chic. You have Good Times. My Feet Keep Dancing, and you have La Freak, that's on Freak Out. I Want Your Love, I remember that. Dance, 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 I didn't know that Chic actually made that song. And Everybody Dance, I didn't know they made that song either. But this whole album, you could play front to back, you know, and you know every single song. So that was a nice find. I just wish he had the original album cover so I could see how I look, but so I had to put it in a, you know, blank, generic looking sleeve. And the next one I got, as I was looking through, I found this right here. I don't know if you can see it that well. And I just so happened to stumble up on this, and it's Electric Breakdance. So basically what's on this is songs from the 80s. You know, doing the early 80s when they used to break dance. I was a little kid, you know, And I remember some of these songs on here, if not all of them. Like Jam On It is on here. Clock on the Wall, Magic Wand by Houdini. What else I remember on here? Electric Kingdom by Twilight 22. White Line, Don't Do It from Grandmaster Flash and Melly Mel. What else I remember on here? Rocket. And It's Like That from Run DMC. So that was pretty cool to run up on this, you know, stuff they used to breakdance to. You know, so that was pretty cool. Glad I stumbled up on that. The next one I picked up did not have an album cover. And I couldn't find one, so I had to put it in this. And what I found was Ray Parker Jr. Greatest Hits. Yes. My man got a greatest hits. And I was reading, I was like, you know what? I'm going to get this. I think it was like $2. It's like, I'm going to get this. You know, the vinyl itself is, you know, okay condition, you know. Not mint, but it's okay. It's cool. And what I remember off here, I remember almost all these songs on here. Bad Boy. What else I know on here? The People Next Door. What else? The Other Woman. You Can't Change That. A Woman Needs Love Just Like You Do. And Jack and Jill. I remember that song. Yeah, but man, Ray Parker Jr., Greatest Hits. I had to get that. The next one I have, also in a generic sleeve because I couldn't find the album cover. But the vinyl itself was, you know, okay, not too bad. And this here is Funkadelics. And this is the One Nation Under a Groove album. And I haven't listened to it yet, but so far from what I see, One Nation Under a Groove is the song that I like. One of my favorite songs from Funkadelics. And I was happy to find this. But these other songs, it doesn't ring a bell. I have to listen to it just to see, you know, if I remember it. Because, you know, they had weird songs, names back then. Funkadelic, Parliament, Bootsy Collins, all them. They had like weird names for their songs, you know. So, One Nation Under a Groove, I remember. And that was pretty good. The next one I picked up, and I remember this as a real young kid. And this is just a single. And I remember we used to have this single too. And this is Frankie Smith. As you can see, Frankie Smith, Double Dutch Bus. Now, I remember this song. Everybody used to play this song like at parties and stuff like that, basement parties. So just to stumble up on this find, man, it brings back so many memories. Yes, Double Dutch Bus. Man, I think I might have to listen to that once, you know, I finish taping this. The next one I found, this is just a single also, 12-inch single. And this is Trillville and Lil Jon. And this is Never Ever. And this is a rap. I remember this song. Came out maybe in 2010 maybe? It might have been 2010 it came out. I don't think they have it on here because I think this is just like a promo copy. But yeah, they don't have the year. But I want to say it was 2010 this song came out. And what's cool about this one is that it's actually, the vinyl is actually marble. So that was cool. Marble. I was like, wow. Because when I took it out to, you know, to look at it, and this is what I seen. I was like, oh, wow, that is cool. I like that. Marble. So, I had to get that added to the collection. Okay, the next one I picked up, and I was just looking, and I remember this album cover. excuse me, not as a kid, but you know how you had the apps on your phone and you hear a song because you can't remember the artist? So what I did was I hit the app on my phone and it listened to the song and it brings up the title, the artist, the year it came out, all that, and even the album cover. And as I was scrolling through, I was like, oh, I had just used my app maybe like 3 weeks ago to figure out, you know, who made this song. Paul Simon. Yep, I got Paul Simon. The name of this is Still Crazy After All These Years. I guess so. And the only song I remember from him, these are all the songs with the lyrics. The only song I remember on here is 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover. That's the only song I remember, because I remember we used to have that 45 of that song on 45, and they used to play it all the time. So that's why I went on ahead and got this. Paul Simon, 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover. I never knew it was the many ways. All right, the next one I got, this is the Gap Band. And this is 3. This is album number 3, so they name it 3. This is the Gap Band. Yes. Charlie Wilson. And these are his 2 brothers. I didn't know they was his brothers. So that was pretty cool. And what I like on here is my favorite song, Yearning for Your Love, Burn Rubber on Me, Why You Wanna Hurt Me. And another song was on here, Humping. I remember that. So that was cool to find these guys. The younger Charlie Wilson, you know, from the Gap Band. All right, and last but not least, found another rap, you know. And I was like, well, I have this already, but I'm like, you know, for, you know, $2, you know, why not, you know, grab another one just to have it in the collection? Because I couldn't pass it up. Because it's Dougie Fresh. Yeah. This is Dougie Fresh and the Get Fresh crew with Slick Rick, also known as MC Ricky D. And this is the show, as you can see, the show. And then on the other side, you have the show instrumental, and you got Lottie Dottie. Yeah. So now I got 2 copies of this. You know, so that's cool. I couldn't pass it up because I was actually looking for this before I got the first one. So now I'm like, you know what? I'll go ahead and take it. You know, $2. You know, just have it in the collection with the other one. So, but that's it, VC. That's what I picked up yesterday so far. And right now, you know, I'm about to, you know, listen to some more stuff, you know. So I just wanted to go ahead and record this and get it out the way, let you guys see what I picked up so far. So until next time, VC, I'm Antoine, and thanks for watching. Peace.